Hello everybody, Film Trigger here. My name is Stevie Cade, and today we're going to dive into the Twilight Zone 2019 reboot. So, this can be found on the CBS All Access streaming site, but they dropped the first episode on YouTube as a freebie, probably to entice you to come over to, the streaming site, which, well, we'll get to if it's worth it or not in a little while. What I'm going to do here is not necessarily give you a breakdown of the episode itself, but really break down how it compares to the original 1959 series, which I am a huge fan of. I watch it, this is going to sound a little sad, but I watch it almost every single night. It's what I put on as I fall asleep. So my expectations are pretty high for this. So the first one that they came out with was called The Comedian, which is a tale of a comedian who gains unusual superpowers after sharing a drink with another comedian who was played by Tracy Morgan, by the way. The episode itself, it was suspenseful, surprising, and it had clever twists like the original did. So let's dive into the pros. Number one, the opening theme and the visuals are a great homage to the original. They kept the original score of it. They also kept the original visuals, the eyeball and the door. I immediately got sucked in. Okay, this does seem like a Twilight Zone feel. So that was a good start. Secondly, diverse cast. It wasn't whitewashed, so I was glad to see a diverse cast from the get-go. Another pro, perfect use of lighting and shadow. It's a signature Twilight Zone move. It helps motivate the ambient mood of the episode. And that was actually one thing that was specific to look for, because again, a big fan of the original, the lighting and the shadows all played a major part into the overall tone of the show. They did it. There's parts that they had lights flashing through the windows, and it almost seems surreal, like you are in a different dimension. Sorry. So, which that ties in, I felt like I was watching a Twilight Zone episode. Yeah, the writing, again, great. Shows consequences of your actions, which this first one definitely has some major consequences of his actions. Another pro is that I did notice while looking into more about this reboot that they are going to have original material on top of kind of redoing or reimagining some of the older material. One of the most popular ones being Nightmare at 30,000 Feet, which will actually star Adam Scott, who is filling the shoes, been previously filled by John Lithgow and William Shatner. Cons. The mature rating, the MA rating. I don't think it's necessary. The Twilight Zone, to me, was one of those TV shows back in the 50s and 60s where the family would probably gather around, and all get kind of spooked out together. I was hoping this would be more family-driven, and it's not. They're using adult language, vulgar content, and I actually watched it with my 14-year-old. He's used to that stuff, but if he wasn't, if I saw the mature rating, if I was that type of parent, I just probably wouldn't have had him watch it. So, to me, if you want that mature rating, go watch Black Mirror. And essentially, Black Mirror is a rated R Twilight Zone. And maybe that's what they're trying to compete with, is Black Mirror. I get that, but it definitely robs some of the family-friendly essence that I enjoyed about the original series. My second con is the episodes are too long. I don't think an hour slot is necessary. That story could have been told just as clearly, just as prominent with a 30-minute slot. And if they want to keep an hour slot, then tell 2 stories in an hour, each being 30 minutes. The pros definitely outweigh the cons in this. The show is overall, it's a fantastic reboot. It brings new elements while keeping true to the original. Will I be buying a subscription to the CBS All Access channel? Not so much. But I did notice there is a free trial I might try, and then I'll go from there. We'll see if I get it or not. Maybe, hopefully, they'll bring it up on Netflix or Vudu, because I have those. It's my overall review of the reboot itself. As again, not necessarily the episode. The episode was great. I enjoyed it. And I noticed that they did a tip of the hat to the dummy, the ventriloquist who thinks his dummy is alive and evil. The doll that they have in that original 1950s episode, they have in the background in one of the scenes. So that was a nice little plus. Anyway, overall, it was a great episode, great reboot. Go ahead and jump on YouTube and watch that first episode, and maybe you'll try the free CBS All Access trial like I'm going to do. If you do happen to watch it, or if you've already watched it, please let me know what you think in the comments. How did you feel about that first episode? Did it feel Twilight Zone, or did it feel a little too Black Mirror-y? Yeah, leave your comments in the section below, and we'll discuss about it. Also, while you're hanging out down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell ding thing so you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Stay trigger happy, my friends. Peace.